Hello, welcome to day number 2 where we're talking about social media funnels. You guys, I'm just going to give it a second, see who's going to log in. Just because I have so many new people in this group, I do want to, I just want to tell you guys that I do sometimes do my hair. But not every day. And actually, I'm going to get my hair done right after this live video. So, yes, and hopefully you guys cannot see the huge mess that's on my desk because I'm doing my taxes. And I waited to the last minute, of course, like I do every year. And so this is a huge mess over here on the side of my desk. So hopefully you guys cannot see it. Anyways, we're going to get started. Today we're going to be talking again about using social media to funnel people in. Hello, Colorado. Very cool. How's the weather there? It's beautiful here down in Texas. I'm just outside of Houston. Okay, so yesterday we started talking about how we can use social media to funnel people into our business, into whatever it is that you do for a business. If you're in network marketing, trying to sell your products or find team members. If you're affiliate marketing, trying to drive people to your offers that you're promoting. And if you're any kind of online entrepreneur that has an offer and is trying to sell it, you can utilize the power of social media to funnel people in. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of online funnels, and especially automated funnels. And I talk about that a lot with Clickfunnels and, driving people through things called like paid prospecting funnels, which we're going to talk about next week. It's really cool. But social media is something that you can take advantage of. And really, there's billions of people on social media, and they're looking for content. They're looking for solutions to their problems, and you can provide that, and it's free. Not free as in completely free, right? Because you're trading your time instead of your dollars. But it's such an amazing way to funnel people into your business. And for me personally, I wasn't using social media a whole lot up until about a week and a half ago, or 2 weeks ago, I guess. 2 weeks ago, I started really getting into the social media because as I was growing my network marketing business, I found out that, a lot of people are a little bit scared of the idea of jumping right into funnels, especially when it comes to when you start talking about paid traffic. And so, in order to serve my team and to serve my clients and to serve you guys, I decided to jump in and figure out this social media stuff. And yeah, oh wow, Holland, very cool. Seattle, yes. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from. So I use something called Be Live to get. It has all sorts of really cool tricks. So I'm going to share my screen and all sorts of stuff. So it's not free. There's a free version, but I use the paid version of it. I'm still getting used to it, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so what was I saying? I lost my track of my. Okay, so yesterday we talked about like the 30,000-foot view of how you're going to bring all these people in. Not all these people, all of the right people into your funnel, and then move them along. And we talked about, if you didn't watch yesterday's, go back and watch it, because I talked about the whole concept of a funnel. And the funnel applies to no matter how you're getting your traffic, right? If you're paying for traffic through ads, if you're building it organically, it doesn't matter. As long as they're targeted people, you want to keep your funnel full, which will keep your business producing, okay? So I talked about that yesterday. Go check it out. I also mentioned yesterday that these videos this week, this whole social media funnel training, this trips me up every time. This training is going to come down out of the group next week, and I'm actually going to use it in another paid prospecting funnel. So make sure that you keep up with the training so that you can get it while it's still here and free. And ask your questions as you go along so that I can make sure I answer everything. But as I was saying, about 2 weeks ago, I went out and I figured out how to funnel people into my audience, into my following, and how to monetize that. And I was sharing with you yesterday that in just last week alone, after I kind of got the hang of this and kind of got into a routine and was doing it consistently, that I actually was able to add an additional almost $1,000 to my bottom line. That's just from social media. That's not even counting what my automated funnels are already bringing in. So extra $1,000 a month, or a week, in 1 week, for being consistent on social media was really, really cool. And in addition to that, I have 5 people, 2 of which are about to join my network marketing team today, and 5 people who were messaging me saying, I want to be a part of your team. Really, really cool stuff. And I wasn't dropping links anywhere. I wasn't spamming people. That doesn't work anyways. But this is all that was happening outside of my website funnel that's running for me with paid ads. That's insane. Yeah, I was blown away. And this week is looking like it's going to be very similar, maybe even a bit higher. So definitely is worthwhile, right? And I'm only spending, you know, I'm trying to be very aggressive with my time because I don't want to get sucked into social media. And I'm going to show you guys tomorrow some like ultra ninja tricks that I found out. Might even show you a couple today, but really ways that you can be intentional with your time, and really cool stuff I've learned. When I decide to learn something, I really go and learn it. So yesterday we talked about the overall strategy, and today we're going to really get into actually starting to build this funnel yourself. Okay, so make sure that you go back and do yesterday's homework, because yesterday's homework was to decide what platform you really want to pour yourself into, and number 2 was to really kind of wrap your head around the ultimate transformation or the ultimate result that your business gets people, right? So and we gave some examples about, you know, weight loss. Like, people aren't buying weight loss, really. They're buying confidence. They're buying a lifestyle. They're buying the ability to run around with their kids, right? So really think of like the benefit of the benefit. Helping people build businesses online. So why does someone want to build a business online? I work with mostly busy moms. So why does a busy mom want to build her business online? So she's not, you know, sitting in front of the computer all day. So when you can really think about the benefit of the benefit, you're going to be able to come up with your content a lot better. We're going to talk a little bit about content today. So make sure that you start with that so that you don't waste a lot of time with the wrong type of content, because the whole idea here is that we're going to start attracting people in to our funnel instead of having to go out and find them one by one, which takes a lot of time and it doesn't produce a lot of good results. And it's really hard to keep your funnel full if you're only talking to one person at a time. Okay, so really encourage you to check out the course that I have on for sale right now. I'll drop the link after the live. After this week, it's going to be a lot more than $37. So you guys check it out if you want to take this to the next level. But even if you apply what we're going to talk about here, it's going to be really good, and I'm going to charge for it after next week. Okay, so I told you guys I'm intentional with everything I do, and I want you to start doing that too. So as you put out content, think about that. Okay, that was went off on a little tangent there. So let's get started. Let me know in the comments which platform you want to grow and use for your social media funnel. Okay, I'm going to talk mostly about Facebook today because that's the one that I'm really being intentional with, and a little bit about LinkedIn because LinkedIn is one that I'm really starting to get used to. Okay, so let me get to my notes. Going through my notes here. All right, so today we're going to be talking about actually starting to get into this and make it happen for you. So we're going to be talking about, I call it the Facebook facelift, right? So we're going to be using this as like a magnet to attract the right kind of people. And you know, we talked about yesterday that you have to really get into the mindset that this social media platform is going to be a tool for your business, and this is how you're going to be growing your business. And because of that, you're going to have to let go of some things if you really want this to work. And you know, I know a lot of us have a little bit of hangups about putting, you know, business on personal profiles, or you know, opening up our privacy settings, right? Or friend requesting people or messaging people we don't know. But we're going to have to wrap our heads around that this is how we're growing our business. This is a business tool, business strategy. And when you do that, and it took me a while too, so I'm just telling you, it's not always an overnight thing, but you'll find that it can explode your business like it has for mine in the past couple of days. I mean, my goodness, just today, I've already accepted 55 people, I think, into this Facebook group through social media alone. So really cool, really cool. Okay, so I see a lot of people, network marketers, affiliate marketers, I mean, even online coaches, bloggers, everybody who they don't utilize their social media presence. And it's crazy because your personal profile that people are actually going to see is a huge piece of valuable real estate that you can use to actually attract in your target customers, business partners, clients, whatever, into your funnel, okay? So essentially, what we want to do is to give anyone who comes to snoop on us, right, or check us out, as many opportunities as humanly possible to become part of your community, part of your following, or take the next step in your funnel, okay? You guys know, and I'm sure you've done it. I do this all the time. Like, I want to check people out. I'm going to go check out their profile. If someone sends me a message and I don't know who it is, I'm going to click and check their profile before I write back. If if someone posts something that comes across my news feed and I'm curious, I go check out their profile. People can really be lurkers, and they might not take that next step right away. That I'm going to show you how we're going to set it up, but don't worry, because people take notice, and you've probably done this. You take notice, and then you start watching. You start watching to see what they're going to do next. So that I can guarantee. Like, I recently signed someone into my network marketing business on my team who told me that she had been, she said stalking, that was her word, or following me for 6 months, like quietly lurking, until one day she decided, okay, it was time. And because I had that next step in my funnel always on people's mind, she knew exactly where to go to take that next step. Does that make sense? So, that's huge, right? So let's see if there's any comments here. Instagram, I already have, and I want to create a fan page on Facebook. Okay, yeah, Facebook and Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, so good. You guys are thinking about it. Definitely, if you're a one-person team, definitely focus your efforts on 1 or 2 at the most, because it is time-consuming. This is time-consuming. Yeah, so, okay. First, you want to decide, before we even get into the actual profile itself, you want to decide where you want to funnel people to. Obviously, we're business people, right? We're in this to make money. We're not in this to just keep making people happy or helping them without ever making a profit. No, we are business people, and we want to make money. But that being said, remember what I showed you yesterday with the funnel, and that only 3% of people are going to be ready to buy right now as soon as they first meet you, as soon as they first come across you, okay? So you'd have to reach 100 people to make 3 sales right away. But 67% of people that come across you that enter your funnel are going, as long as you keep that relationship going, they're going to convert at some point in the future, okay? So that's where the magic happens. So if you take someone, especially a cold audience, but even a warm audience, and you drop a link, or you take that step a little too fast, then you're going to lose most people. You're going to lose everybody but that 3%. And so that's why we're not funneling people directly to an offer. Or to into our ultimate destination, right? So if you're looking to grow your network marketing business or sell a product or your service, you're not going to just have the link there, because they haven't gotten enough from you to take that step, okay? So you want to decide where you want to funnel people, okay? For me, I'm funneling people to this Facebook group, okay? And inside this Facebook group, I'm funneling people, I'm warming people up, providing tons of value, and always letting you know that if you want to take the next step with me, whether that's to join my network marketing team, whether that's to take your own network marketing or affiliate team to the next level by using funnels, or if you want to buy my course, if you want to hire me as a private coach, you've always got those steps so that you know what that next step is. But in the meantime, everybody warms up and moves through the funnel at different rates, okay? So you can also funnel to a lead magnet. And a lead magnet is essentially another funnel, right? But the great part about that is you can build your email list. So you don't have to create a Facebook group and pour content into a Facebook group if you don't want to. That's only one way. That's only one way that you can do this. So a lead magnet is another great one, because now you're growing your email list and you're doing it organically. You're bringing all those people into your funnel where you can follow up with them until they get to know you, get to trust you, and understand that, you know, you are the whatever your business offers is the solution to the problem they're trying to solve. Okay, so another option is you can funnel to a more advanced lead magnet, which is the freebie, you know, your free opt-in, your lead magnet, followed by one or more paid offers. I call this paid prospecting, which is really cool. I'm going to show you guys that next week, because it's a really cool way to make money and fund your ads, or make a little money while finding, you know, really high qualified leads. Okay, so that's another option. You can funnel people to your business page if that's where you're monetizing. You can funnel people even to your messenger. Okay, if you're just getting started and you don't even know what all this stuff is, you don't have to worry about that. Just funnel them to your messenger, and I'll show you an example, because at that point you can build a relationship through messenger and eventually close the sales on direct message. Okay, so again, you are not funneling people to directly to your product service offer, right? You're warming them up. You're getting that relationship building going, and that way you're going to close more sales. And yes, it's work. But when you have your funnel full, and I mean, when you have got a lot of people in your funnel, a lot of people paying attention to you, you're going to see that they start converting consistently, and you're putting in the same amount of work for a lot better results. And so that's when you can really start to leverage your time and make more money. Does that make sense? Okay. So we're going to look into the core elements of building that successful profile funnel, so that you can intentionally move them closer and closer to investing in themselves through your product or service or opportunity. Okay, so remember, when I say a funnel, it's really just a strategic journey to take a cold audience and turn them into a warm audience, and then turn them into people who are ready to invest through you. Okay, so let's start talking first, and most obviously it's going to be your Facebook profile picture. We're going to look at some examples here in a minute, but your Facebook profile picture is so important, because this is what people are going to recognize you by. They're going to start associating you with that picture. So as you start engaging and commenting and you know, friend requesting some people, and we're going to talk about that, so don't worry. We're not just going out there and friend requesting everybody and their dog, so don't worry about that. But this picture is what people are going to start to see, and they're going to start to associate it with you. So, you know, you really want that picture to really be a strong version of you. You want it to be clearly you, and you want it to reflect, you know, your personality, your brand. I see a lot of people that will have a bunch of, you know, several people in their profile picture. And, you know, if I was to come across that, I wouldn't even know which person was you. And that's going to be a little bit of a turnoff to me, because how am I going to be able to relate to you, right? So I really like to see no pets, no kids, and no family. And I know that sounds harsh, but I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why here in just a second when I pull up my screen. Okay, so most of the time, if you could be smiling, look friendly and approachable, because again, we're attracting people in, and we want them to feel confident in reaching out to you, because a lot of people are going to start reaching out to you. So it doesn't have to be a professional picture by any means. It could just be a fun picture, but it does have, and this is the most important part, is it has to be relevant to your target audience, right? So if you are, for example, in the weight loss industry or the health and wellness industry, and you have a picture of you, you know, at McDonald's, you know, or drinking or eating ice cream or drinking a milkshake or something, that's not going to be relevant to your target audience. It's kind of going to be a turnoff. So definitely make sure that your profile picture is a good, clear picture. Okay, and I know that's probably pretty obvious, but I just wanted to make sure you know that. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here. And I've got a lot of tabs pulled open, and I get a lot of messages, so you guys I'll just try to close them as fast as I can if they pop up. Let's see. So this is why I like Be Live, because you can actually do all this cool stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna show you, this is my profile picture, and I'm just gonna, I told you guys, I've been doing this for 2 weeks. I've seen a lot of results, and as you can see, just from looking at my profile picture, or my profile right here, I am not a graphic designer. I'm so terrible at it. You don't have to be perfect in order to make this work. I'm actually in the process of getting one designed for me that looks a lot better. But I'm just showing you that you don't have to be perfect, because this one's actually working really well for me. So the cover photo is what I want to talk about next, because as you can see, and this applies like on, let me know if you guys can see it. See it clearly, okay? So this cover photo takes up like 1/3 of the page, and that's the same on if someone pulls up your profile on mobile or your desktop. So it's a huge piece of real estate, and a lot of times we don't take advantage of it. But when we're looking to really funnel people, this is like a huge way that that we can do that, because we can put right here on the cover photo, which is taking up all this space, like what it is you do and where you want people to go. So again, you're just funneling people to the next spot. Okay, so this is, I'm getting mine redesigned, but I just wanted to throw this up a couple weeks ago when I really started to get into it. So what you want to take advantage of here on your on this cover image is that you want to show your personality. You know, you can show your personality. You want to show your brand or the lifestyle. So again, you know, I work with a lot of moms who want to be at home with their kids. So I show a picture of family because that's part of my brand. I could also, you know, show me working on a computer because I'm online business, right? So there's lots of different ways. I could just show like a, you know, a really cool picture of me having fun. But I'm gonna show you some more examples too. But like here, I clearly say here, free Facebook group, gain access here. And then I kind of tell, I want to attract the right people. So build your business online with funnels and automation. Okay, that's not gonna appeal to a lot of people, okay? And I don't want them in my group. I don't like wasting time if it's not people who are gonna eventually move through that funnel, right? Passive income streams, make money and live life at the same time. So I threw this together in no time, and it's working very well. So it's just very clear. So what happens is you're telling people, okay, gain access here. So if you click on it, you know, I've got this little blurb here, and it says, join my free Facebook group for entrepreneurs who want to learn how to generate leads and close more sales using social media and automated funnels. Okay, so if that appeals to you, you're probably going to click and join my Facebook group. Okay, and then I've got a second link here, which is an entry point into another funnel. It's a freebie. This is what's called one of my paid prospecting funnels. So it's going to be a freebie, which everybody's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll take a free guide. And then it's got some upsells, order bumps, and I end up making money from finding leads, which is really cool. We're going to talk about that next week. And then it says you can follow me here. So I've just got some text here showing people what the next steps, if they want to know more about me, if they're curious about me, right? So maybe joining my Facebook group is too much of a big step for someone who has no idea who I am. So maybe they'll just go ahead and grab my freebie, or maybe they'll just follow me and lurk a little more, right? So that's fun. I'm giving them some options there. But the main point here is that you want to attract the right people, repel everybody else, okay, show them what the next step is, and then position yourself as an authority in your niche. And I know that a lot of us in this group are just starting out, so you might feel like, well, how am I going to position myself as authority when I'm just starting out and I'm not huge into my industry yet, right? So you don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be, you know, an industry leader. You can actually just invite others to come and watch your journey to success, right? Like look at reality TV. People love journeys, so you can definitely still do that, right? So I look back at when I first started. Like you guys know, or some of you if you're new, you probably don't know. My story is that I left a well over six-figure job, and I was determined to replace that income when I came home to be with my kids. I wanted that income. I wanted the lifestyle that I was able to have with six figures and above. So I wish, looking back, that I had used that story or brought people on that journey with me. Because if I would have said, like, if I had declared out to the social media world that I'm about to replace my six-figure income from home working online, escape that, corporate rat race, I bet a lot of people would have paid attention and been following me for a long time. But I didn't do that because I was nervous about it, because I wasn't sure that I could make it happen. Okay, so don't be scared to openly show where you are in your journey. Like, I'm not pretending to be like a seven-figure earner, right? But I am positioning myself as an expert because I know what I have works, and I'm inviting others to learn it now and come on that journey with me, so that we can be successful together. Okay, so it attracts a whole different kind of mindset when you're going through the journey. And sometimes it can even be more appealing, because if you're a health coach, for example, and you're, rock hard abs and you're teeny tiny, and that can be intimidating to somebody who is, very overweight, right? They might be more attracted to someone who's still on the journey, but they're making progress. Does that make sense? So don't let that be scared. Oh, thank you. There's nothing wrong with my profile picture. Thank you. It was just thrown together because I was trying to learn this. Okay. All right. So we said the other thing, is to incorporate some keywords and some hooks into your description and the text that you put on your cover photo. So, you want to appeal to the person that you're trying to attract. I want to attract entrepreneur-minded people, network marketers, affiliate marketers who are already kind of in that mindset. And so for someone who had never even thought of building a business, I say online, build your business online with funnels. They're gonna be like, what's a funnel, right? So, I'm trying to be strategic here and attract the people that I want to work with. I don't want to work with someone who has no idea what a funnel even is, or they've never heard of that term, or they're not open to learning new things, okay? So make sure that you use your words to make sure you're attracting the right people. All right, so you want to tell them what you want to do. Okay, so the next part is your bio. This intro here, you guys can see it. You get limited to 140 characters here, so you got to be succinct, you got to be punchy, you got to get to the point. And what I've really been, you guys know I'm a big funnel hacker, which means that I go to people who are very successful to learn from them and model what they're doing. And so I've seen this over and over, that there's kind of a formula that you can use to get your point across very quickly and really attract in the people that you want to work with. And that's like, as simple as like, I help blank, with blank by blank, right? So I help, who do you help, right? I help entrepreneurs. What do I help them do? Build their passive income empires. Okay, cool. How do you do it? Through online funnels. So very quick, to the point, what I do, who I do it for, and what makes me unique from everyone else who's out there in the online, make money online space. Okay, so I help. I help postpartum moms lose the baby weight through low impact exercise. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up, right? So you can just be as simple as that, but you want to tell people who you are and what you do. And then if you have enough space left, you can also have a call to action. So again, I'm saying join my free Facebook group. I want to drive people to my Facebook group so that I can really get to know them, really build a relationship with them, really provide them a lot of value, so that at some point they're like, I want to do what she's doing. I want to join and get supported by her, or I want to learn how to make a funnel like she's doing. So, you know, I'm really trying to attract somebody who's going to eventually want to take a next step with me, right? Because I'm a business person. I want to make money just like you do. So I'm being really intentional about it, but I'm also realizing that it is somewhat of a numbers game, and not everybody is going to take that next step. And that's why I want to keep my funnel full so that I'm always getting money coming out the other side. Okay, so that's profile picture, cover photo, bio. The description here is, I think it really helps to just kind of clean it up. Like, you don't want to really put like every job you've ever had. Kind of just keep it to what you do now. I left nuclear engineering on here because I think that makes me a little unique. It kind of gives me credibility for the techie stuff, which is my specialty, right? So I left that there, and then I just have what I do now, which is engineered motherhood. That's the name of my business, right? So then again, down here, this is the next big piece, and Facebook has a thing called featured photo, and you can have I think up to 5 or 6. I don't really remember, but if you have just one, it shows up really big. Again, I threw this together in Canva really quickly. I'm not a graphic design. I'm getting one done for me. So if you look at my profile here in a few days, it'll probably be different and better, hopefully. It's very clearly, I like, the arrows are like down below. Look at that link down below. Learn to build passive income online through simple sales funnels. Okay, join below. So I'm really trying to drive home the point that you can get access to my group below. Does that make sense? So I'm really part of, let's see if I got any. You guys let me know if you got questions along the way. So this whole profile is kind of set up to drive people to one destination. And that's really what a funnel does. It is like, if I'm driving someone to my website, which you can, I highly discourage it, because on a website, you're going to have a lot of distractions. People are going to be like, oh, there's a blog, or oh, there's an about me, or oh, this, oh, that. So that's the difference. And with a funnel, it's like very like, here's your next step. Here's your next step. Like, don't get distracted. Don't get the squirrel, right? Here's the next step. Go here whenever you're ready. Go here. Now you're here, so here's the next step when you're ready for it, okay? So that's what I really like about like having one clear call to action. Okay. Okay, now let's talk about the actual link. This is one of the ninja tricks that I'm going to talk about today, is if you'll notice my link that's right here below, okay, again, one link. I'm not sending them to a bunch of different places. It's one link. But you'll notice it's not the Facebook link to it's not facebook.com/group/income streams and automation, or whatever my group's name is. It's a different link, and I do that for a couple reasons. First of all, if you're directing someone to a link that's within Facebook, like a Facebook group, or your Facebook business page, or a link in Facebook, whatever it is, Facebook, for whatever reason, they don't like other Facebook links. So that's one reason. But the second and the more important reason, that even if I was directing them to my lead magnet or my free offer, I would have a different link there. And the reason is you want to track how many people are coming through your profile funnel. You're going to want to really keep track of that, so that you know how well it's performing. And on Thursday, I'm going to talk all about tracking and why we need to track. Because if Layla's on here, she's my online business manager, and she was always telling me, if you're not tracking, you don't know what's working and what's not working, so you don't know where to improve things or put more effort in, right? So she'll be really proud of me for that. Anyway, so what I like to do is come over to this link called bit.ly. You guys know about bit.ly. Let's see, comment. Can I also leave the bio blank because my regular job is totally different than the business I represent? So yeah, I mean, obviously everything I'm showing here is all optional, but if think about what you're using your Facebook profile for. If you're using it as a tool to grow your business, I would have that there, because then you're giving people the opportunity to click around and learn more about you, kind of snoop on you, get to know you a little more. And the more you can do that, the more people are going to warm up to you faster. So it's totally up to you. If you're not using your profile for your 9-to-5 job, for example, I don't see where it would hurt, but that's totally a personal preference. Totally up to you. Totally up to you. Okay, so bit.ly, you can create a free account, and what you can do is you can come over here and just hit create, and you can create so you can take your long URL, so your Facebook link or your lead magnet link or whatever, you put it here, and it's going to turn it into a small link, a bit.ly/something, and then you can customize it. It's all free, right? So I mean, you can just take a look. I just did this, like I told you, I've only been doing this for a couple of weeks on my Facebook profile. So you can see, like, my link was there before, but I wasn't ever being strategic. So if you can come down here and look at the number of clicks, and you can see, like, this is February, like hardly anything. Here's a couple clicks. Da, 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 da. When I started being intentional, look at this. I mean, 145 clicks on one day. 12 clicks. I mean, this is all like the last week. Look at all these clicks now that I'm being more intentional. So you guys, you can see that it's working. You can see that it's working, and that's the beauty of it. So that's kind of a ninja trick. I'll think about it. Thanks for your advice. Yeah, it's totally up to you and your personal comfort level. Like I said, the more you can kind of embrace the idea that this is going to be a tool to grow your business. And the other thing that I was going to mention, and forgot, it wasn't in my notes, was that part of that mindset, at least for me, you guys let me know if you relate to this. When you start to use your personal profile for your business, for me, I kept getting hung up on certain people from my past that I didn't want them seeing that. And it was just like this mental block, and I kept trying to get over it. And I'm like, this is stupid. This is stupid. Just go delete those people. I hadn't talked to them in a long time, right? Didn't even like want them necessarily keeping up with me or whatever, but it was like such a hang up in my head. So if you've got something like that going on, if there's certain people that are causing you to like hold back a little bit, just go delete them. They're probably not going to notice anyway. And I'm going to, as I get into this, I'm going to show you, like, the more you can keep your business profile or your whole Facebook as a business tool, like, and only start really using it for the people who are going to be a part of your business. I used to think of Facebook as just a place where I could go and post some family pics or, check into cool places and keep up with friends. But now I'm using it as a tool to grow my business. And so, I just have to you just have to get the most advantage of it. You just have to kind of let some of those things go. Okay. Again, totally up to you. I'm just telling you the proof's in the pudding, right? I've been doing this for, a week, and look at this, and look at my, the extra money, the extra boom to my network marketing team. I also have signed a lot of people on Clickfunnels through my affiliate link. So it's crazy, the results. So it does work. That's what I want to drive home. All right, so that's bit.ly. Okay, so that's a kind of a ninja trick. All right, so this is going to be a perfect segue. So I want to talk a little bit about privacy settings. And I know this isn't going to be popular with everybody. But again, we're using this as a tool now. So if you can get to the point where you can open up your profile public settings, like open it up to everybody, because the whole point of this funnel is to bring cold traffic and warm them up and move them along in our funnel. So if you're not open to cold traffic, and the first thing people are going to do is click over to your profile and snoop on you, check you out before they take that next step, then you're kind of, you're leaving money on the table is what it really comes down to. And if you're going to invest a lot of your time or a good portion of your time into social media strategies, then you're not getting the full use out of it. So I want you to go into your profile settings, and as you are comfortable, open up to public so that everybody can see what you post on your profile, okay? So that was the next thing I was going to tell you. So important. Wide open. Let me just check my... All right, so the last thing we're going to cover today, and I want you guys to start going and taking these steps and start setting up your funnel. I'd love to see them. But the next part, let me share my screen again. Well, let me just hide this for a second so you can see. Okay. Now I don't know where my camera went. I'm still learning this Be Live software. Okay, so content. Okay, so if you watched my video, I think it was last week, maybe the week before, but I was talking about how content is the kind of the machine of my business. And you know I preach automation, I'm like all about saving time and doing things strategically, but content, what you put out is the human piece of the business. That's the piece, people are going to buy from you because of you and the transformation that you can give to people, and they are going they're going to believe that they can have it too through your story, through your expertise. And so content is what is going to build relationships and move people along. So when someone comes to look at your profile, if you haven't posted anything in a while, or if you haven't posted anything that's going to pique their interest or give them value, then they're not going to continue to follow you. So I gave the example last week or whenever I did that video, and I said that I gave the analogies that and this is kind of a strange analogy, but it makes a lot of sense to me. So hopefully it does to you. That if you're out and you're fishing for a specific type of shark, right? And you're trying to attract that shark to your boat, or to the waters around your boat so that you can catch it, and you start putting out the bait, right? The bait that shark wants, those sharks start to swarm your boat, right? And as long as you keep putting that bait in the water, that food in the water, as long as you're feeding them, you're going to attract more and more, and they're going to keep circling your boat. It's going to get easier and easier to catch one, if that makes sense. But if you stop feeding those sharks, eventually they might hang around for a little bit, but eventually they're going to go somewhere else to find food, because they need food, they need their problem solved. So whoever, whatever your ideal customer, business partner, client, whatever their problem is that you could solve, they need that problem solved. And if they don't see that you could solve that problem, then you're going to lose them. They're going to go away, and we don't want that, right? So we want to keep putting out the bait, the things that are going to pique their interest, engage them, and so that's a huge piece of it right there. Okay, the other huge piece of it is Facebook algorithms, and it doesn't matter if you chose Instagram, if you chose LinkedIn. Pinterest is a little different, so we're going to talk about that at a different time. But everything else that's a true social media platform has algorithms, and the more that you put out good content, and by good I mean people are engaging with it, people like it, people are reading it, they're clicking on it. Facebook sees that, and they're going to push out your content to more and more people. So you get a lot more out of the work that you're doing on social media if you're providing good content. So I used to I dabbled in copywriting. I'm not a copywriting genius. So I'm going to show you that you don't have to be. And sometimes simpler is better, especially for a cold audience. Okay, so I want you to just there's seven keys that I want you to think about. Sorry, getting messages. I knew that was going to happen. These are, by the way, I get so many messages now. People are reaching out to me, and it's all been in the last 2 weeks, like crazy results from doing this. Okay, so I'm telling you what works because I see it working, and I'm learning more and more. And as I learn and get better, I'm going to share it with you as well. So 7 things that I want to show you to think about as you're creating your content for putting on your personal profile and your business profile. Okay, we're not dropping links. We're not trying to sell things off of our personal profile. Facebook doesn't like that. Personal profiles are not directly for selling, right? We're piquing interest, we're creating curiosity, we're positioning ourselves as an expert, we're resonating with our audience, we're adding value, we're teaching someone or motivating them. So I want you to start thinking of those things. So every time you post something, is it positioning yourself as an expert? Okay, is it resonating with your audience? Okay, if I'm talking about making money online, and that's my niche, that's what I specialize in, I don't want to complain about how much something costs on Facebook, right? If someone sees that, they're gonna be like, well, she doesn't have any money. What if she's, you know, it goes against it. Like if you're into health and wellness, you don't want to be posting about how you binge eat like ice cream. You know, I mean, you just have to really make sure that it resonates with who you're trying to attract. Okay, so that's the next one. Does it add value? Does it teach something? Is it motivating? Is it showing results? People love results. It helps them position yourself as an expert, but it lets them see like, this is real stuff. She knows what she's talking about. It doesn't have to be your results, by the way. It could be someone else's results, maybe someone you mentored, someone on your team, someone else that is using the same method and got results, okay? Does it ask for engagement is next. Engagement is huge, and people, I don't know what it is. It's like this mentality thing. If you ask too much from them, they're going to kind of shy away from it. And so if you can ask for simple engagement, then you're going to get a lot more engagement. Okay, so does it ask for engagement? Does it have a good hook? And you guys, if you haven't heard my spiel on hooks, then go back and watch. You can do a search in the group and look at hooks. But hooks is your chance to really like hook in your ideal person to your business or your customer base, your following. So it's like just one or two lines. Like, does it wow someone into stopping and saying like, whoa, I need to continue to read this. And then does it tell a snippet of your story? So that's 7 different things. Not every post has to hit all of those, but most of your posts should hit at least one of those. And I'm going to show you a few examples. You guys have questions? So much of this is a brand new to me that I feel like you're speaking a different language. My downfall is technology. Okay. Do you use Business Page at all? Yes, so I do. Okay. All right, so good questions. So the first question is, do you have a business page? My downfall is technology. So again, social media, it's almost everybody knows at least the basics. And so if you don't know how to do some of this stuff, just let me know. Like for instance, I don't know how to create a cover photo. I'll just show you what I use. It's a free tool, canva.com. Hopefully you can see that. Canva.com. You can come over here. I'm going to show you actually. Well, let me finish this first, and then I'm going to show you some of the tech stuff. But don't let it overwhelm you. Like seriously, just take it one step at a time. I'm giving you a lot of information, so if you've never done something like this, I can understand where it's overwhelming. But maybe you just want to start with your content. Maybe you want to start setting stuff up. It's not like you have to start it tomorrow. So this is just a strategy to reach a lot more people than you can reach in person, and that's why it works so good. So the next question. Oh, I do use a business page. So I use it for different purposes. But with the same idea, I'm driving people, like on your business page, you're allowed to do a lot more actual promoting. Facebook allows it because it's a business page. The problem is that it's a pay to play. So organically, your reach is going to be a lot less on your business page than it is on your personal profile. So I use both, and I'm growing both, but I definitely see the most engagement on my personal profile. Okay, next question. I use my profile heavily for my business, but I also have a page and a group I don't use much. What's the best setup since friends are limited to 5,000? Okay, so yeah, if you have 5,000 friends, you're doing really good. And at that point, you can really start shifting people over to your business page. And I think you can, it's 5,000 friends, and you can have unlimited followers. So you guys, you see, I only have 1,500 friends. I say only, I don't even know 1,500 people personally, but I'm just saying you don't have to have 5,000 people to make this work, but I am growing towards that, right? So if I was to get close to 5,000 friends, I would probably be sending people over to my business page. I would have like an announcement on this page. Maybe I would even turn my bio into that and saying I'm maxed out on friends. Here's how you can find me. That could be your funnel. That could be your funnel. So your personal profile could drive people to your business page, and your business page is where you could be making some offers or being more direct about your business, if that makes sense. Okay, how do you keep your account safe from hacking? So I've never had a problem with my account being hacked. I know others have. You just have to stay on top of it, I guess. You know, I'm not sure how they actually get in and hack your account. I'm very methodical about my passwords, and I do reset my passwords periodically, and I make them, you know, I use the auto-generated ones, and that has helped. But I have never had my account hacked. So I think you just have to stay on top of it. Good questions. All right, so let's look at some examples of content, and then I'm going to show you some more examples of profiles, because obviously mine is not professionally done yet. Okay, so let me just refresh this page. Okay, so I just posted this very simple quote, like a motivational kind of thing. It's very appealing to the entrepreneur type, right? Because entrepreneurs are into mindset. So I post these really simple things, and I get a lot of engagement. So you'll see, I'm just in an hour, I've had 19 likes and 6 comments, and I haven't even gone back. I'm going to show you guys tomorrow how to create massive engagement. This is actually a post I just shared for my husband. So, and again, it's not 100% that it has to be everything is for your business. You can still have some personal stuff, but I'd say the majority of it needs to be for your business. So I shared this for my husband because he is running for Magnolia School Board. Okay, so I'm sharing pictures of my family, pictures of my kids, because again, what we're doing is selling a lifestyle. And a lot of the people that I work with, they are moms, they want to be home with their kids. And so the more I can talk and show the lifestyle that I'm living because I'm working from home with my kids, the more I'm going to appeal to them. And the more it's going to be like, wow, she really is home with her kids. She really is living life with her kids. So you can see I got 63 likes, 9 comments. Results, so this post didn't really do as well as far as what's engagement on here. So this is like an example of sharing results. Results can be like an actual result, or they can be a testimonial. So this was a testimonial post that I actually shared it from my business page. I got just a few likes on it, but I did get several people reach out to me because of that post. So here's another motivational type quote. 11 comments, over 60 something. These are all people I don't know. You know, they're all people that are part of my, coming into my world, right? Again, another baby picture. I want to relate to moms. Oh, I love that picture. Here was one that I was like, drop me an emoji if you love being an entrepreneur. Super simple call to action, 77 comments. So these people are engaging with me, and when they engage, when they comment, Facebook is like, oh, they want to see what she has, and so they're going to keep pushing stuff to their pages. And I mean, I'm not even a pro at this. I'm just putting stuff out and trying it. This was a post that was pretty strategic. It was a picture of my kids again, but they're holding this book, and I'm talking about how this book changed my life. It really did. It's a really good book. You want to get your own free copy. And I think I said down here, like, drop your favorite emoji below. So I had 33 people want that book. And what that's doing for me is these people are all coming. I'm going to private message each of them when they comment and give them the link to get that free book. And then that's going to add them to my email list so that I can market to them further. So strategic posts there worked really well. So I added like 33 people to my email list. Here's another testimonial. So you can see, like, this isn't stuff that you have to really think about. Okay, does that make sense? How often do you recommend going live, and should I be only business geared or a mix of business and personal? I totally think it should be a mix because, again, you're selling a lifestyle. So, you know, people love to see like the behind the scenes, how you live your life. Like they want to know your story. So, you know, I recommend going live somewhere, business page, personal profile, you mix it up. If you have a group, at least once a week, because video is huge. And that's something I'm going to talk about later, is using video as a funnel. But video warms people up a lot more. So I would say once a week, at least, maybe twice a week if you want to do one business and one personal, like lifestyle type thing. And if you can do it consistently, at least on the business side, so like every Tuesday you go live and you have a business tip or whatever at a certain time, people are going to start to recognize that, and they're going to start to come to you like at that time, if that makes sense. Okay, so let me show you some more examples. This is from an affiliate marketer, and I've learned so much from her. Obviously, you can see she has a total different like brand and message than I do, but she's very clear on her Facebook. She's also driving to a group, right? So again, she's using her cover photo. It's kind of cool because she has this like fake like looking little button here, which can be really cool because it makes people like want to click it. And when you click it, you know, you're going to be taken to her link. Again, she's utilizing this. Join below. So this is kind of similar to mine. Like I've learned a lot from this lady. And she's got her nice smiling face here. And she's, I mean, you can see that she is using the same kind of methodology. She's sharing testimonials, results, motivation. So very similar idea. Another one, this guy here, you know, obviously his brand is very strong, but I just want to show you this one because he's not funneling to anything fancy. He's funneling to just message me. So he's saying like his intro is, I teach people how to get massive engagement in sales using Facebook. Message me. So you don't have to take people to something fancy. It can be literally just message me. You just have to tell people how to take the next step. Okay, so if you're not into this kind of cover photo, I'm going to show you another example. This is Emerald. She's one of my biz besties. She's super successful, and she doesn't have, her cover photo is not, doesn't have text on it, but it's very clearly her brand. She's a life coach. She talks a lot about love and money and how the two are related. So, you know, she's got like, you know, the sexy vibe. So it's still very on brand, but she's chosen not to put any text there, right? So here she's given them a place to go here, and she's taken advantage of her feature photo, manifest more money, click here to find out how, okay? So it's all about how you feel like you're gonna set it up. You can see that she's got a little video type thing. I honestly don't know how she does that, but when someone's commenting, so let me see if I can see an example. Well, I'll just show you here. So let's say I'm gonna go comment on her post and or somebody else's post. And the reason why I said your profile picture is so important is because this little bubble, I don't know if you can see it where I'm pointing, but this little bubble is what people are gonna just start to associate with you. They're gonna start to recognize that. So if she comments on something of mine or something of, you know, I'm gonna recognize it immediately without even reading the name because she's got such a distinct profile picture. So that's really cool. Let me show you one more. This is a lady who has a very strong brand as like showing up boldly online. So her cover photo is designed, you know, stop hiding. So she's got, you know, her picture, she's very bold herself, part of her brand. She again is using her picture here to drive people to the Facebook group. So I just want to kind of give you some more examples since this one's obviously professionally done and mine's not yet. Okay, so does that make sense? You guys let me know. Okay, yeah, no problem. You can watch this recording later. Okay, what else was I going to show you? I'm almost done anyways. Okay, so I was going to show you Canva. So if you are like, you've never done any of this stuff before, I don't know why. There's my camera. Hold up. Okay, I don't know. I was going to try to show them both again, but I got to figure out this software. So if you've never created a cover photo in Canva, then you know Canva is a free tool. It's amazing. You can come over here, create a free account, and create all sorts of graphics that you can use. So you guys can see, like I was starting to create a new Facebook cover profile, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to let someone professional handle this. So I quit. But you can use this and for free create yourself a Facebook cover. So they have a Facebook cover template here. I actually have some different dimensions that I think are more accurate. And so let me just put them up real quick so you can see them. Take a screenshot of this if you want. Because what happens is that if you create your cover image and it looks, if you fill up that entire box, this 1640 by 859, then it's going to show up weird on your mobile device because the mobile crops it. So you want to make sure that that all of the meat of your profile of your cover photo is within these images, which is actually 1640 by 662. So it chops some off the bottom and it chops some off the top. So you can see this is an example. She's got a name. She's got her hook, right? Start and grow a profitable Facebook group. She's got her website. It looks like a button. People click. So take this, write those down or take a snapshot so you can get those dimensions. Okay. I think that's all I had for you guys today. So your homework. Okay, there we go. Your homework for today is to go and update your profile. Take some of these things into consideration. Start to really utilize this world of social media that you can funnel people into your business. Start warming them up, taking them to the next step in your business. And I know that like is really working for me. It can work for you too. You do have to be consistent at it. It's not like something that you could start today, or I mean, you can, right? You can always have results today, but the more you stick with it, the more you get consistent, the more you learn. Like for me, I'm still learning, right? So if I put out a post and I get crickets, I want to go see what about that post wasn't appealing, or maybe it was too big of an ask, whatever. I want to learn from it so that I can not do that again, right? So think of it as like a learning process as well, especially if you're brand new to this, because it is a learning curve. I understand that. But this is a great way to organically and for free drive people to your funnel. So if you've got other questions, if you're watching the replay, drop me a replay below. Let me know that you were here, what your questions are. So your homework is to go to whatever social media platform. I know I did Facebook. I covered Facebook in depth today, but you can apply the same things to LinkedIn, Instagram, wherever, as long as you know you're driving people to a destination, to that next step in the funnel. And when you do that strategically, you can do it quickly. Tomorrow, I'm going to be talking about, okay, now you've got your Facebook set up, right? You want to set it up first so that you're not driving traffic and they don't know where to go. You don't want to put a lot of effort in if you don't have it set up. So get it set up today. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about how I've learned to create this engagement and how I've learned some ninja tricks about the Facebook algorithms so that you can get your stuff pushed out. And then also some ninja tricks I'm going to show you tomorrow is engaging with other people and how to do it. A really cool trick that you can actually strategically interact with other people that you want to push along in your funnel quicker. So what I mean by that, just to kind of entice you to come back and watch tomorrow, is that you know, if you, let's say you're out and you've got some prospects and you know they've engaged with you, they've maybe messaged you, you've had a couple conversations, but they're just not there yet. You know, you want to be more active and engaged with them on their own. So I'm going to show you some cool tricks on how to not waste your time and make sure you get to the people that you want to get to. I know I don't like wasting time, so it was a really cool trick for me to learn. So I'm going to teach you that tomorrow. And then you're going to start to see that your funnel starts filling up. And once your funnel starts filling up, it gets really cool because then you can start to monetize it. So I know I went through this really fast today. If branding and all these things, like you just don't understand how this is going to work, you don't know what you're going to funnel people to, if that's like still in your head, like, okay, this all sounds great, but I don't know what I'm going to funnel people to. I don't know. I don't have an offer. I just have, you know, a product, for example. I don't know how to set myself apart. Then you're going to want to take advantage of my course sale that I have going on this week for $37. Price is going up next week on it because it is selling really well. So make sure you get, if you want to take it like deeper and learn some of these concepts and how a funnel could fit for you, and so also some of the more advanced funnels, then you're going to want to take advantage of it this week. Next week, we're going to be talking about, we're going to shift gears away from social media, and we're going to be talking about a paid prospecting funnel, which is a funnel. It's a little more advanced, so don't let it overwhelm you, but a paid prospecting funnel is essentially a way that you can make money while you're finding better leads. So I know a lot of us are like, we struggle with leads, finding leads, but even when we find leads, like finding those leads that are actually ready to take that next step is a big struggle. So I want to show you how to actually, you can actually get paid to and find better leads. So it's going to be a really cool topic for next week. So you guys, let's see. My own photos get the biggest response versus biz posts only. So you really have to take a look at your business posts. And I'm sorry, on this platform, I can't see who's leaving these comments. It just says comment from Facebook. So I don't know who left that comment, but start to get creative with your business posts and use more, like, instead of something so direct, just something more curiosity based, and I think you'll get higher engagements. Like, remember, you're selling the lifestyle and the results, so you don't ever want to be like, my business, the more you can be less direct about it, the better your engagement and your results are going to be. Remember that people are on social media, they're looking for content, they're looking for solutions, but they're not in a buying mood just yet, okay? Pinterest is different, okay? Pinterest, when people get on Pinterest, they're in more of a buying mood, but on Facebook and other social medias, they're not yet, right? Or they're not necessarily there yet. So you really want to pique their interest and not, if people think they're being sold to right away, they're going to put up their guards and they're not going to engage or interact. That's why those posts don't work really well. Let me know if that makes sense. So definitely people are going to engage more when they feel less pressure. So don't put pressure on people. We want this to be low pressure, high value, and they're going to convert a lot faster that way anyways. Let me know if that makes sense. You guys, I'm going to go get my hair done. So maybe tomorrow I'll actually have my hair done. We'll see. But I hope you guys can go out and start doing your homework today. I hope that was helpful. Let me know. And yes, sure, I would love to give you feedback on your profile. Like I said, I'm not by any means an expert, but I've definitely seen what works. So I'd love to go and do that. I'll probably have to get back to you later today. But I'll definitely go check that out. That'd be cool. That'd be fun. If anyone else wants that, drop your link below or let us know that you want, you'd like a profile overview, and I'd be happy to do that. Okay, you guys have an amazing rest of the day, and I will see you soon.